Hello, my name is David and I'm an artist and I have a studio which I'm speaking from here and my son gave me some wonderful pastels before he went to Australia, and I decided to try to make a picture which showed one of the biblical scenes, and I want to show you that in a few moments. It's a story which is very well known to all of you, I'm sure. And when I show you the picture, I will give you a moment or two to try to decide what the story is all about. The clue might be that there was a little boy who had, look, some fishes and some loaves which he'd put on a rock behind Jesus, and that might have been part of the answer to the problem that they faced, and also the clue to what this story is all about. Here's my studio, and here are those beautiful pastels, and I'm going to take you round to the picture that I've been working on here. Can you imagine what that story is all about and who the characters are in it? The story is to be found in the Bible in Matthew's Gospel, chapter 14, verses 13 to 21. The story is about the feeding of the 5,000.
Stories of the Bible. Jesus feeds the 5,000. This is Jesus.
Hey-o!
Who is the Son of God and the Savior of the world. A huge crowd kept following him wherever he went because they saw his miraculous signs as he healed the sick. A crowd started to gather around Jesus. There were 5,000 men and many more women and children. Turning to Philip, he asked,
Hey, Philip!
"Where can we buy bread to feed all these people?" You see, Jesus was testing Philip, for he already knew what he was going to do. Philip replied, "Even if we worked for months, we wouldn't have enough money to feed them."
Hey, I got an idea.
Then Andrew spoke up. "There's a young boy here with 5 barley loaves and 2 fish. But what good is that with this huge crowd?" Jesus said, "Tell everyone to sit down."
Right, everyone, sit down.
Then Jesus took the loaves, gave thanks to God, and gave them to the people.
Here you go.
Afterward, he did the same with the fish, and they all ate as much as they wanted.
Want some more? I'm all good, thanks.
After everyone was full, Jesus told his disciples, "Now gather the leftovers, so that nothing is wasted."
You got it.
So they picked up the pieces and filled 12 baskets with scraps, left by the people who had eaten from the 5 barley loaves and 2 fish.
So Jesus said, "Why don't you stop complaining and just start distributing what bits of food you've got?" And so they had a go at feeding these people, but just look at how many of them there are. And it just seemed an impossible task. And so they started to just break up these bits of food and to pass them around. And to their absolute amazement, they found that they continued they always had enough. It kept on growing somehow. There was more than enough food, and they soon found themselves with basketfuls of bits of leftovers. And it was just amazing. And all these people, it took a really, really long time to feed them, but all of these people got some food. And eventually they found that there were 12 basketfuls of pieces left over, and that they'd managed to feed round about 5,000 people. Well now, what lesson is there to be learned from that? Well, first thing is that Jesus said the key to being able to do this was to not worry and to stop complaining and to just get on and start acting, to start doing it, start distributing, start seeing what happens. And that's what they did, and that was the end result. Now I think that the real message for people today about that is that they need to learn to be much more concerned about other people than themselves sometimes. And when they get really discouraged, when we all get discouraged, it's very tempting to just concentrate on how difficult it is for us and not how difficult it is for the people that we're trying to help. And when we concern ourselves much more with the people that we're trying to help than with ourselves, then often wonderful, miraculous things happen. And so there's Jesus, who I've put on in there. I've depicted Jesus as really a very special person, very different from the rest of the crowd, wearing slightly different clothes, but not so different that he's unrecognizable. But Jesus standing out in that crowd as somebody really special. And this is the Jesus that wants to teach us to think that nothing is impossible when we are out there trying to serve him and to help other people.